the audio recording. Okay, guys, so we're just doing a quick review on Pemdas. Does anybody know what the sorry, I just told you. The P stands for parentheses. Anybody know what E stands for? Good. I use the little caret to stand for exponents. What's the M? Please don't use an X. Please use a dot. What's division? Oh, I'm retarded. I'm sorry. Have I mentioned enough times that my brain's all done? Yeah. My processor is slow, and I'm just going to tell you the answers on basically everything without thinking about it. Okay, here's the deal. Most people think it's left, like you have to do parentheses, exponents, multiplication, then division. Multiplication and division happen at the same time. You just go from left to right. Same thing with addition and subtraction. It's just left and right. So let's do some examples. Let me pull up my examples. Okay. Let's start with something easy. Now, in this one, is there any groupings happening? No, there's no parentheses, there's no groups happening. So in this one, it does not matter the order. I could do 8 take away 2 or 3 plus 8. Let's go left to right. What's 3 plus 8?
11.
Take away 2. Thank you. Now if we did it the other direction, what's 8 take away 2?
6.
What's 3 plus 6?
9.
See how the order, it doesn't matter which, if we do addition or subtraction first. It just matters that we can count. Same idea here. What if I gave you negative 9 times, good morning, 12 over 6? Okay, we could do the multiplication first or the division. It doesn't matter. Which one's easier for you? Do you guys know what 9 times 12 is?
Times 12?
Yep.
96?
108.
Oh, okay.
Does anybody off the top of their head know what 108 divided by 6 is? No calculator, just your brain.
60.
Nope. Okay, so let's go a different direction. Does anybody know what 12 divided by 6 is?
2.
What's 9 times 2?
18.
This is also negative 18. So if you don't know it one direction, try the other direction, right? I always try to go with what makes the number smaller first. The smaller I can keep the numbers, the more likely I am going to be able to do it in my head and get it right. Okay, let's talk about a couple of things if you're using a calculator. If it's the symbol between two things, like here, you're going to use this button to check. Okay, you're going to use the black one to check. If it's in front, like this one, use the white one that's in parentheses. Okay, so let me show you the difference. If I did, let me clear this. Escape, escape. Okay, if I did 3 plus 8 and then I use the white button, if I use this and the 2, let me turn down my brightness so you can see. Okay, I don't know if you can see, but what happens is it thinks that this is multiplied. Can you see that it put a dot in there? You really can't. Okay, can you see that I added a tiny little dot right there? It thinks it's multiplication. If you do the subtraction sign, then you're going to get the right answer. You follow me? Only one at a time. So one ear should be open. Are you watching the one from this morning? Don't watch that one. I messed up. I'm going to delete it and put the right one on. Stay with us. Okay. Let's do number 3.
Miss, can I show you my homework?
No. My brain can't handle anything today. Can you take a screenshot and turn it in?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. My brain's all done. All right, y'all. So let's do our PEMDAS. Okay, so we're going to do parentheses first. What's negative 6 and negative 3 make?
18. Well, no, 18, yeah.
Are they adding, subtracting, multiplying, or dividing?
Multiply.
They're not multiplying.
Plus adding.
They're adding because they're both negative. What's negative 6 steps and then 3 more steps back?
Negative 9.
What's a negative and a negative make?
1.
What's negative 2 times 9?
18 negative.
What's that make? Plus.
Oh, I think the times.
My brain's all done. Can you see how it makes a nice little triangle? As you're solving, your equations should become as triangles as they get simpler and simpler. It should be easy. Everything for this last 6 weeks is going to be pre-algebra or algebra 1. I'm just reviewing foundational principles that you need to be successful in any future math classes. I don't know what math class you'll be taking next. You know, I have some kids who will go on to trig. I have some that will go into pre-calc. I have some that will go on to financial math. I'll have some that don't take any more math until they go on to TSTC or something like that. Yeah. So I'm just trying to build some basic skills that are going to make it so you can be successful in your next math class, considering how much we only covered maybe 50% of the content this year due to all the crazy technical issues, etc. So let's go simple, okay? Isaiah 10 take away 6. We're just doing one set of parentheses at a time.
No.
Then Andreas, 4 take away 1. When you're ready, Isaiah. Good. You have a pass? Do you have a pass? Just come in. I don't care today.
You okay?
No, but we'll pretend. Anybody 4 squared? Good. I'm so glad you didn't say 8. Does anybody know what 16 times 3 is off the top of their head?
8.
It's not. It's 60 something.
I don't know. I'm just getting.
Wait.
It's 64. You want to know how I did that in my head?
You know what's funny? I was thinking 64.
Yeah. So here's how I did it. I thought of 16 as literally, this is what I do. For 4 squared, I think of it as 4 times 4 times 3, and then I group it on what's easy. I don't know what 16 times 3 is, but I do know what 12 times 4 is. Is it 60? It's 48. Yeah, my brain is done. I said 64.
Okay, 6 times 3 is 18.
I don't know if I've mentioned it enough, but my brain is all done.
So is mine.
You got a headache or something? What did I happen? Wow, how? I mean,
It was in my pear tree and I was taking it out. It was 2 huge trash cans full, so I'm pretty lucky that that's all I have. But it's driving me up the wall. I'm ready to take my arm off, which I can't obviously do.
you feel like itching too much?
So much does not help. I've tried everything that you have ever researched, does not help. Okay, this is gonna be just like a whole lot of parentheses. The trick is just to work from the inside out. That's the trick, okay? I'm gonna give you a minute to write that down.
Wait, so how long is the poison after being rolled?
What, baby?
How long is the poison after being rolled?
I bought the house and it was there when I bought the house. And I got rid of a bunch of it last summer. But it, you know, even though I cut it all out, it grows back, yeah.
Wait, we were like bugs and everything?
Mm-hmm.
So how?
It contaminates everything. It's an oil that you're allergic to. So the oil residue sticks on everything. And even though I took a shower immediately after and like scrubbed every bit of me, doesn't matter. I'm just super allergic. So. Okay guys, we're gonna work from the inside out. So I'm gonna go to the first set of parentheses. Inside that parentheses, can you see there's another group? So we go in even smaller. What's 10 take away 7? Good. So I leave everything else the same. And just write that down. And I don't need those parentheses on the inside anymore. And then just left to right. What's 10 take away 3? Mm-hmm. What's 7 plus 4? What's 10 squared? Don't say 20. Please don't say 20. Thank you. What's 100 take away 11? And you're done. How many levels are you ready for? I'm going to fit one more right here, and then I'm going to turn the page and we'll do the other ones that are just a little next level, okay? Okay, this one just looks scary, but it's actually pretty easy. Just do one thing at a time. What's 7 plus 9? Okay. What's 2 take away 1? What's 1 take away 7? -6, yep. So then I'm going to have 20 over 16 take away 6. Oh my goodness. 20 over 16 take away 6. What's 16 take away 6? 16 take away 6. Yeah, it's 10. What's 20 divided by 10? Just 2. Pretty good. Go ahead and turn the page when you're ready. There's one more level, and then we do, there's one more level with just numbers, and then we go into letters. You're like, I hate you. I still love you. All right. What do I start with? Do I start with the parentheses, the exponents, the multiplication, the addition, the division? What do I start with?
The parentheses.
Parentheses, sure. What is 1 take away 9? Positive or negative? Okay, we now need to do the exponents. What is 1 squared? So glad. What's -8 squared? Gabriel?
Yeah.
Are you doing the notes from this morning? The Pemdas ones?
No.
No? Yes? No? Okay. If you are, just pay attention for the last one on here because I messed that one up. I messed up number 10 this morning. Okay. You're good. Okay, that's a good thing to do. Okay, you guys, what's 5 take away 1? What's 4 divided by 4?
1.
Good. What's 1 plus 1? What's 2 plus 64? We're on a struggle together?
Yeah.
That's fair.
You know, Stephen kind of confused me when he said 68, so almost 68.
Okay, what if I gave you Okay, this is a semicolon. It is not a letter J. This is just telling you information, okay? Info is over here. So all this is telling me to plug in these letters, these numbers for those letters. So what am I going to plug in for Q? What am I going to plug in for R? What's 8 plus 5?
13.
Take away 6.
13. 1. Wait, no. 7. Ah. Like trying to do it so fast. Listen.
Thank you.
It's a Q, not an A. All right, we just plug in our stuff. What do I use for Q?
1, 5. I don't know. 5. 5.
What do I use for R?
1. -1.
Good. What do I use for Q?
3.
Eh.
Oh, I mean 5. Okay.
And then what do we use for P?
3.
Now, if P had been a negative, this would flip to a plus, right? Because a negative makes a plus. Good.
Yes.
What does -1 and 5 make?
6.
Eh.
4.
Yep. What's 4 take away 3?
1.
What's 5 take away 1?
4.
And you're done. Now there's a whole bunch of different ways I can throw this at you, but let's just jump to the hardest thing you're ever going to see and break down how to handle crazy long situations. Looks scary, but it's actually super easy. You ready? Okay, so again, we're just gonna start. Oh, I forgot. I'm so sorry. It's all over 2. To be perfectly honest, I ignore the fraction for the first part. I'm just gonna, where did I put? I'm looking for one of my highlighters. That'll work. I'm going to work from the inside out. I'm working on just that part first, okay? We're going to first change all of our letters to the numbers that we're substituting in. And I'm going to actually change this pair right here. I'm going to make these fat brackets because that's going to help me get the right answer. Brackets and parentheses mean the same thing. It's just hard to read that many things at the same time. What am I going to use for R? -9. And I'm going to use a fat bracket. It's just easier for me. Q is -1. All over, 2. Okay, so now we're going to just do one piece at a time. I'm going to start with, what's 6 take away 1? Good, so I know that this is going to be 5, and now I'm going to rewrite it with that plugged in. Now I'm going to do, again, I'm going to go from the inside parentheses. -1 and -5, what does that make?
6.
Good. Can you see how I'm making a triangle? It's getting smaller.
Yeah.
What's a negative make? What is -9 plus 6? -3. Good. What is -3 and -8 make?
12.
11.
Dang, I'm off by 1.
But you're close. You're on the right track. You're engaging your brain. Now, guys, does anybody off the top of their head, without a calculator, know 14 times 11? I don't.
14.
What about 14 divided by 2? So do whatever's easiest. Right? So now I've got -7 times -11. What is that?
That'll be 77.
Positive or negative?
Positive.
Because a negative times a negative is a positive. And that is it. Congratulations. That's the lesson for today. I'm going to post that so that my other students don't learn it wrong.
Miss, can I use your journal so I can copy it?
Absolutely.